Hey, what's up?
This is where you wanted to eat?
This place got a fantastic review in the Leo.
Is it still under construction?
That's the theme.
What? Budget cuts?
They're calling it rustic chic.
There's an exposed wire under my chair. Actually, this isn't even a chair.
Look, the waitress is coming. Don't embarrass me again.
Hi guys, welcome to Rustic. I'm Sarah Dawn. I'm gonna be your server today. Everything on the menu is actually raised on the owner's farm. That way it's healthier for your
Is
soul
this the owner's
and
meal?
the environment. Can I get you guys started with something to drink?
I'll just take a water.
Okay.
I'm sorry, miss. My water is brown?
Oh yeah, it's collected rainwater from the building. That way it's more eco-friendly. You know, less carbon emissions.
I'm not drinking this.
I'm sorry, could you just bring him a Coke, please?
Okay.
Thank you. You're doing it again.
My water is brown.
Guys, cut it out. Let's just move on to the project.
Fine. We've been contacted this year to do the intro presentation to the Louie Awards. I don't think I need to tell you this is the Oscars of Louisville advertising. The biggest and the best names in the business are going to be there. We gotta put our best foot forward. So, I'm open to ideas.
We can use my VHS camera.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Why would we use that?
Because it's cool.
What's cool about it? It's poor quality.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah, haven't you ever seen American Beauty?
What is with this hipster obsession with poor quality, under construction crap?
Are you calling me a hipster? I'm not a hipster.
That's what they all say. That's like the defining characteristic of a hipster. I mean, how can an entire movement be so dedicated to denying its association with the movement? We'll ask the waitress. Excuse me, miss?
Yeah.
I love your style.
Oh, thank you.
What would you call that?
Well, it's like UK vintage circa 1984. So like a little new wave meets deep sea chic.
Deep sea chic, did you hear that? I'm sorry, one more question.
Yeah.
So, would you consider yourself a hipster?
Really?
See what I mean?
Yeah, you've just embarrassed that poor girl.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
You really don't get it, do you?
Has the whole world gone completely mad? I wish this were the 60s.
Here we go again.
The 60s. When people had original ideas. When people would walk down the street and bask in good design.
You weren't even alive in the 60s.
He's been watching too much Mad Men.
When people knew how to dress before they left the house. Ah, the glorious
John.
60s.
John!
The glorious 60s. I can remember it like it was yesterday. So I threw the casserole on the floor and said, "You either cook it the way I told you to, or you can find someone else to cook for you."
So, what'd she do?
She found someone else to cook for. But the point is, I acted like a real man.
Don! Great. Let's get started here.
Why do we always have to wait
All
for
right,
dawn?
gentlemen. Louie Awards. Let's start this one off with some brainstorming. Let me remind you, there's room on the board for everybody's ideas, so don't hold back on me. Craig.
We could get Jerry Lewis to play Colonel Sanders. Fried chicken!
I've got it. Louisville, where families drink together, smoke together, and gamble together.
Who is that guy?
That's Giles Stuyvesant. Blind as a bat, but man does he have vision. He once won 13 consecutive Louie Awards in the same year.
I love it.
We take that giant Louisville Slugger and we make it into an actual cigarette with smoke and everything.
Okay? Great. We'll just put that over here in the bad ideas category.
I thought you said there were no bad ideas.
I believe I said there's room on the board for all your ideas, both good and bad. Now don't forget, boys, we got to include these great sponsors. Draper, you want to weigh in on this one?
when I was just a boy. My mother would take me shopping with her every Saturday afternoon. I didn't realize it then, but those were some of the happiest moments in my life. I still remember the smell of the interior as we drove to Kirkland's. Whenever my mother would go into the dressing room, I would stand outside, pretending to be a member of the Royal Guard. That is until the day I noticed a small, wounded bird had somehow made its way into the store. It was flapping around in menswear. So I scooped it up and took it outside, expecting it to immediately fly away. Instead, it sort of hopped into the middle of the street and got hit by a car. Crying uncontrollably, I ran back inside, straight into the dressing room. It wasn't until after I had grabbed a hold of her legs that I realized the lady in the dressing room wasn't my mother. It was just some old lady. I was so embarrassed I peed my pants. That's when my mother showed up. She immediately scooped me up and carried me all the way home. I remember thinking, it's okay. Everything's going to be all right. That's all we're trying to do here. The Louie Awards are a chance for us to say, hey, no matter what problems you have at home, it's okay. Everything's going to be all right.